You cannot, in my opinion, have a meaningful life without a life.
It's my training, this is my practice. And we try to live every moment like that, relax. Be is to interbe. It's like the left and the right. If the left is not there, the right cannot be there. Be is to interbe. It's like the left and the right. If the left is not there, the right cannot be there.
And especially getting to grow up in Chicago, I've got to learn who I am as a black man in America, as a black person in America, and to be able to...
And love.
Do you meditate every single day?
Not only every day, but every moment. While drinking.
Sister program that I started failed miserably. So I realized that for me, first of all, I realized you don't change, as you all are recognizing through the SEED program.
Scared of him? Very frightened. There's been times when he'd come to see me and I would get sick. Really? I'd start to regurgitate. As a child or as an adult?
You know, obesity and diabetes and things like that because of all the saturated fat. And so there's enough information that persuades him to
became hypersensitive to any of that physiology inside of my body, and I didn't like it.
So as you then are developing this new self,
who wants to eat this?
our first ever vegan challenge gets off to a rough start.
That doesn't taste like real cheese.
For you, being this cute little boy that everybody adored and everybody who comes up to you, they're, you know, pulling your cheeks and how cute, and this...
I have that part in me in my heart saying, this is what you did to me, and now I gotta go through the rest of my life remembering this. Like, I forgive her.
We have in this country indicate really how we really feel about our children. And the fact that this woman is now out.
And have a good life.
From what I was reading in your book, is it that you just sort of remembered, your right hemisphere remembered where to place your fingers on the phone?
Yes.
Or did you actually remember the number?
Two, like
Sometimes I like that 1 to 3 slot.
You do?
Yeah.
And then do you get up early? I know.
Sometimes I go through different. Sometimes I like to.
1970, so I was older than 23. It was 1979, 80. And I said, I just would...
Meals. I happen to have a teenage son who doesn't think it's dinner if an animal wasn't killed in the making of it. You know, I just think we have to put it in...
Gets to your table. Before we see this, Michael, you say it's important that we watch this and that we be thoughtful meat eaters.
I think it's great you're doing this, and hats off to Cargill.
Most enhances themselves. That's what I'm looking for. So for now, the
I just pray that we don't affect her. But I don't think.
and never during a romantic dinner. Sounds like you found the love of your life. That's pretty nice. Pictures of you where your nose is over here.
Oh, no, I've definitely gotten those.
Yeah.
They are. I am cross-eyed in those.
No.
Have you seen them before?
Yeah. Give back. So I started out and made a lot of mistakes because I think all of us go through the process of figuring out the difference between...
The Bible says you're supposed to. I forgive her and everything, but my heart, it cut me real deep to know that she did that for her.
And At the time, in the 90s, early 90s, everybody was doing confrontational television.
You want to purge whatever is going on inside them. People start talking and giving advice. So if you allow the person just to let whatever those things of yourself.
I know. I used to, because I never throw them away, obviously, but I put them in like my closet.
You never throw them away?
I wanted to, but I just felt bad.
People are they won't hear other like adults. Like sometimes adults like, oh well, since they're kids, they don't know much, or kids.
The winner is.
Yeah.
So I never hear the name, and when she, it's probably a defensive mechanism, and when
people. That's how you know you're famous.
Oh, really?
Yes, because people started sending you really bad
Paintings
pictures
of me.
yourself. Yeah.
I just wish that I had a wing of
and still most comfortable on stage. But once I got off stage, I was like very sad.
Really?
Yes.
And sad from the beginning.
Got no boobs.
One of Kim's more tortured personalities is agitated when she comes out.
A lot of days in my life where I've had to kind of dress up and put on diamonds and get all the attention, and I associate that with work, and it's like I've had those days.
I don't know him the way I'd like to know him. My mother's wonderful. To me, she's perfection. I just wish I could understand my father.
It is the opposite. So please tell us about your suffering, your difficulties. I'm eager to learn, to understand. It has to start like that, love and speech.
That did not work.
Yeah.
It failed miserably. I had a Big Sister program that I started, failed miserably. So I realized that for me,